Justice is what we believe a person is due. We can change the world by opening the minds of our students with our research-led teaching. My name is Dr. Sabrina Germain, and my research is in healthcare law and policy. Justice is a big word. Distributive justice is one expression of justice, and it has four main conceptions. One is egalitarianism, which is everybody on equal footing or the least deserving getting a little bit more. There's utilitarian justice that focuses on the consequences of an action. There's also a communitarian idea of justice, and there's the libertarian idea of justice. We chose equality as our conception of justice in healthcare, but in reality, it does not necessarily translate. The law fails to remove some of the barriers. In the 2000s, we see the vegetable rhetoric. They were comparing healthcare to a crown of broccoli, saying it's good for your health, you can buy it at the store if you need it. However, it's not like a crown of broccoli. The NHS has been founded on the principle that we all want to have equal access to healthcare services. I think the COVID-19 pandemic really showed that. We cannot equate healthcare or healthcare services to something that is just a commodity. Its distribution should be impacted by principles of justice. In communities, we saw what we call postcode lottery. Vulnerable, marginalized, and understudied communities mainly were suffering from unequal access to healthcare services. I was very much interested in understanding issues around equality. We were scared of not having enough ventilators. This is where our foundational idea is challenged because we cannot have people take turns on a ventilator. So they had to prioritize patients with the greatest chances of survival. The other part of my research looked at vulnerable groups, mainly ethnic minority and migrant women. Because of multiple identities you carry, you experience unique oppression. So in the case of ethnic minority and migrant women, their gender, their race, and their migration status meant that they were experiencing barriers that were unique to them during the pandemic. I am an ethnic minority, a woman of color, and a migrant myself, so I was very much interested in understanding the experiences of this portion of the population. But it also came from a wider reflection on social inequality. I really started thinking about the importance of racializations of diseases and how that has an impact in the way we allocate resources and how we get people access to healthcare services. We have a very diverse and beautiful student body at City, and I try to take advantage of it with all these different point of views in my classes. And so I've made a strong effort to decolonize my curriculum in medical law and bioethics, but also in my roles in leadership, I'm very much engaged in EDI initiatives. I'm part of the Race and Equality Charter application at City, and that's something that really is a big passion of mine, to try to reduce inequalities and also further the goals that we have to be a more just institutions. Bringing light to these inequalities is the first step in reducing them. There is such a broad space for us to have impact on a day-to-day basis. Collaborating with practitioners and the media as well is a key to us spreading and disseminating our research and changing the world.